Hi guys, this is Ishan Durrani and today is the 11th session of jQuery video series of 100 videos. So without wasting any time, let me introduce you that these are the topics that we will be going through today practically. So let me create a new file. Let's create a clone of this file and name it as 11.html. Opening this file in the browser. Then 11.html. So we have got this. Let us open the inspect window. Excuse me. The first the first topic is, do you remember that we learned hide and show actions or effects? So today we are gonna learn that we can perform these effects with a callback function. We can club a function with these effects. So let us see how we can do that. So let us first of all implement this in the console window, and once it's working, we can transfer the code into the actual file and render it there. So supposing we have an h1 here, so I can write something like this: jQuery h1 dot height. You can write slow or the seconds in milliseconds. Okay, if I say slow, it will hide the h1 item slowly. So if I add the reverse of this, which will be h1 dot show slow, so it should show it uh, slowly. Okay, so we are saying today that along with these show or hide methods, we can attach a callback method, a callback function. So what is a callback function? It is a simple function in which you can add certain instructions. So along with the hide operation, in parallel to the hide operation, those statements could be run. So let us see how its syntax would look like. So we would write comma function like this. Okay. So I'll create a bit of space here, and let us show an alert message along with hiding the h1 item that h1 is completely hidden. So let me just copy this text and hit enter. Let us see if it hides slowly and also show this alert message through the callback method. I hit enter. Did you see that the h1 item is hidden, and in parallel to that the callback function got triggered and it displayed this pop-up message which says h1 is completely hidden. So isn't this powerful and exciting? So I'll just copy this text, copy this code that we just tested, and if I come back to the file, this is our document ready. So let us create a button. In fact, let me create a new button called button. Let's give it an ID today. Instead of class, let's use an ID. Uh, callback. Callback button. Okay. And let's write something like run callback. Run callback along with hidden. command. Okay, so its jQuery code would be something like this. I can run this entire thingy inside the click operation on that ID. So do you remember what we used to use with the ID? It's a hash sign. So let me say, where is the hash? Okay, hash, the name of the ID. What's that called? That's called callback callback button. Okay, so I'll write it like this: dot click function. I create a bit of space and I can pick up the entire code that we brought from the console and paste it here. Now this thing should run when we click on the callback button. We can also, okay, let me go back here to the screen. I refresh the page, run callback along with the hidden command. So when I click the button, let me clear this console. Okay, when I hit this, okay, when I hit this button, you can see that the H1 is hidden, and at the same time, H1 is hidden slowly, and at the same time, we got this alert message. So this was hide or show things with the callback function. So instead of slow, you can also write the time in milliseconds. Like I say, for 5 seconds, I'll write 5,000 milliseconds. So I say hide the H1 in 5,000 milliseconds or 5 seconds and show this alert message. Okay, so let's see how it works. So if I refresh the page, now H1 should hide very slowly in 5 seconds and then show the alert message. I click the button. Okay, did it pick? Okay, so it's still pretty quick. So today, guys, never mind, you learned this new thing that along with the hide, so let me write slow. The seconds thingy we can test later, okay? So H1 hiding and also running a callback function. So let us see if we can chain more alert messages. Like, can I print something in the console also? H1 is complete, is hidden. And this is a console message. So let's see if this works. I clicked on it, alert message show, and after that the console message is also displayed. Okay, I can do something else also, like I try to change the background color of the entire body. So I can write something like this, a CSS background. Let's change the background color to something like yellow. So you see, now when I click this button, H1 is hidden, callback function got triggered, alert message displayed, then the console message came, and the color of the entire body is changed to yellow color. Okay, I can show you the body tag got yellow color. So you can perform different, there can be hundreds of instructions and methods or tasks that you can perform on clicking a button, and you can club them in a callback method. Okay, so this was a new thing you learned today. So that's done, that running a callback function along with hide or show. The next thing is, uh, we learned, do you remember we learned val, HTML and text methods to pick up the value of a text box or the HTML of a parent element? the inside HTML I mean, and the text of we learned picking the text of a paragraph or a span HTML element. So that was getting the values. Today we will learn how can we set the values. Okay guys, so set the values of a drop down, of a text box, of a paragraph. How can that be done? So let us quickly, uh, let me just squeeze the header, and this is a paragraph item. Okay, so I want to set text button. Okay, so let us call this button set text button, and set text of paragraph. Okay, let us call it set text. Instead of ID, this time I want to use a class. So just using different ways so that you can learn everything. So guys, I will just empty this part just to create a bit of space, and document ready, and yes. Now first of all, just refresh the page, and I will show you. This is the paragraph item. Okay, so how do we set jQuery? What was the class name? P1 for the paragraph, and you are setting the text. So you will say, you can say anything. I love jQuery because jQuery is really powerful. Okay guys, did you see the text of the paragraph got set? It got overwritten. Okay, so you can make this happen with a button, set text button also. So I can say something like jQuery dot set text button is the class name, dot click, and I'll create a bit of space. I say we love jQuery. Let's change the text a little bit. Okay, refreshing the page. So now as soon as I hit the set text button, you can see we are able to set the text of the paragraph item. We are able to change it. Now if I pinpoint here on the paragraph, clicking set text changes the text. Okay, isn't that great? So this was changing the text of a paragraph item. What if I have a input text field, and let me call it class name as my text. Okay, let's apply a bit of inline padding to it, padding to rents, and background color of yellow green. Yellow is good. Okay, now if I refresh the page, you can see this text box. So I want to assign a different task to this button, that I want to change the text. I want to set the text of this text box. So I will write dot my text. So instead of dot text, you will write dot val. So let's see if it works. Clicking, this is our input text field. So let me click the set text button. Okay guys, let us create a bit of space and reduce the padding, I guess. So I'll reduce the padding to say 0.5 rems, and width will be 100%. Let's expand the button a little bit. 100%. Okay, and let's add a BR to create a bit of space and move the button down. Okay, so I'll say margin is the space around that item. So margin of 0.5 rems, and instead of expanding it full width, let's make it say 80% or 70%, guys. Okay, now just refreshing the page. This is our text box. So there is a space because we added a padding margin of 0.5 rems. Okay, now when I hit the set text button, its text text should be set like this. We love jQuery because jQuery is really powerful. Okay, guys, you are able to set the text of a text field and the paragraph item. There's one more thing that we can set a value of, that is uh, drop down. So let us create a drop down quickly. Let me create another BR. Drop down comes here. Let's write the names of the fruits. Grapes. Let us add three fruits. Grapes, mangoes, oranges, and one more. Watermelon. Watermelon. Okay. So I can write the first option as select your favorite fruit. Select. Okay, guys. So when I refresh the page, I have this drop down here. Select your favorite fruit. Okay. So let us create a space after the drop down also. You can create space. Let us assign a class name to it. Class fruits. Okay. So to the fruits, let me add a bit of styling. Dot fruits. Let's add a margin dash bottom of 3 rems. Okay. So when I refresh the page, okay, there's a space of 3 rems. So let us reduce it to say 0.8 rems. 0.8 rems will be adequate. Okay. And let us remove this text box so we only see what we are doing. So here's a drop down here, set text button. Let us use it for another purpose. So supposing I want to, this is the set text button. So let me rename it to say we want to select grapes. Select grapes. Set the drop down to grapes. So what I will do is that set text button click event, in the set text button click event I will write dot fruits dot val. In the value I will write what is there in the drop down value in the option, which is grapes. So this is the drop down, and there is one option which is titled as grapes. So I can, do you see, I write grapes. I will say dot val grapes. If I want to set it to oranges, I will say dot fruits dot val oranges. So let us see if it works. So guys, you have to just look at here on the drop down, its value should change to grapes on clicking this. Its value should be set to grapes. So I hit the set grapes button, and you can see it is changed to grapes. Now if I want to change it to oranges, I will write oranges. So today you are learning to set values on the DOM elements using jQuery with a click event. So isn't this great? So let us set to oranges. So I clicked on it. The oranges is set in the dropdown. Okay, guys, you learned this feature also. Set, get, and set, both operations you have learned. These two things are done. Okay, then is the CSS transition property. Let me go through this quickly with you. So supposing we have this paragraph item, let me remove everything else from this page. Okay. So there is a property in CSS. So I will write h1. It is property is called transition. Transition, and you can say font dash size. So we want to apply transition to font dash size at 0.5 seconds. Okay. And ease in out. Okay. This is the type of animation that will run. Okay, guys. So on H1 item, I want this transition of font size to be applied whenever the font size is changed on the H1 item. Okay, and that animation should run for 0.5 seconds. So let's quickly first see that only H1 item is showing. Okay, on hover, I want its font to get bigger with an animation of 0.5 seconds. Okay, so I will write jQuery H1 dot hover. Okay, and another hover means mouse over H1 item, and another is mouse out. Mouse out. So instead of hover, we can say mouse over. Okay, hover will also work. So I can write jQuery. Showing this quickly, guys, because the video is getting a bit bigger. Dot CSS. Do you remember the CSS function action we used to use? Font dash size. Let's change this to 70 pixels. Okay, 70 pixels like this. In the same way, on mouse out, I want to change this back to 1 rem, or say 25 pixels. So for the current font size, we can write its current font size. Let's set it to 25 pixels. Okay, guys, so now if I refresh the page, okay, did you see the animation? On mouse over, it is increased. If I remove the cursor, it is reduced to 25 pixels back. So this was H1 transition effect, animation effect that you applied. Okay, guys, we will further explore these topics in the next lecture. I hope you liked the jQuery tutorial today. It is an exciting journey, guys. You need to subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Thank you. There's a lot more coming your way, so stay tuned and keep on coming again and again. Thank you, guys.